Hello everyone, Daniel here from the home of Random Productions 2.0 with another video. And in today's video, it's actually a throwback. I'm going to take you back all the way to 1996. Well, what can you think of that happened in 1996? From what I've read on the internet, Google was just released. Twister the movie was put on DVD, the first DVD to be actually the first movie to be on DVD, and Duke Nukem 3D came out. I don't remember a lot because I was just a kid. But what I do remember is seeing computers like this. And that's right, folks, this computer was exactly manufactured in 1996. And it's got Windows 95 on it. How far back do you want to go with this? Amato, Ambra, is the brand, model number 5332CX. Well, let's get to it. So, this is what a computer in 1996 would have looked like, except there's an optical drive that's missing, maybe that bigger, I call it the B drive, I don't really know the disk size, the really big diskettes, and the floppy disk 3.44, I believe that's what that was, as well as the old school power button, which is an actual button versus just a momentary switch, and a momentary reset switch. And here's Ambra. I've never heard of them before, actually. So, I found this on the curb. I was going for the garbage, I guess. And let's take the case off. These are those old school computers that the whole entire case was the whole cover came off. So when I found it, the power supply was like this. It wasn't even screwed in. I did have fun like troubleshooting it a little bit, behind the scenes stuff, to see if it actually worked. And I have to say, for as old as this computer was, it was kept in fairly great condition on the inside. It wasn't dusty or anything like that. I haven't even cleaned this yet, to be honest. The hard drive cable was unplugged. The pins here were bent, so I had to fix that a little bit, just like over here. From what I understand, I guess someone thought this might have been a modern computer when they saw it on the curb and they tried to take stuff out and just cause a bit more damage, like this was loose and things like that. But it does work. Let's give you a quick tour of what these computers looked like. Okay, so on the back of the computer we have the power supply unit. Here's where your power in is, and this power out goes to a monitor of choice. Over here is a video connector, which is a ribbon cable that goes to the motherboard. This motherboard has a built-in graphics serial port. These ports were like parallel ports for like printers and things. That's an actual keyboard port, and I haven't seen that in a long time. That's the mouse port. Here is a scanner port, same thing, printer port style. Video game controller, and line in, line out microphones for sound. And this right here is for the internet back in that era, which was dial-up, which was extremely, extremely slow. For those who grew up in that era know exactly what I'm talking about. And these were all ISA and PCI expansion slots. Most older style motherboards, you would have everything kind of connected to these slots. Like for example, that's like ISA there, and those are PCI, and those are what the cards like that. These pop out. These are interchangeable. Nothing's changed in comparison to today's standards, although these ports have gotten a lot smaller and more powerful than today. Than yesterday's technology, I mean. Windows 95 logo. Look at that. Now that's a throwback. Now who remembers that sound? We've come a long way with it. Windows 95, wow. Just it takes you back. I was more of a Windows 98 guy, just saying. It was my favorite operating system up until XP, and now all the way to Windows 10. For its time, Windows 95 was amazing. It definitely changed computers. This is some fun stuff here. I did delete a bunch of the person's information. Please, if you throw out a computer, guys, just format the hard drive or take the hard drive with you. Just, especially if you utilize this computer. From what I've gathered, the person that owned it, who threw this computer in the garbage, utilized it from 1996, so I'm going to assume one owner, and all the way up until 2005. And there's even some games here. Again, like I said, I deleted all their personal information and whatnot. There's like even a secondary drive, which is kind of cool. D drive, C drive, so that means that there's a partition that's broken up on this. Come to think about it, the hard drive in here is 1 gig. My phone's like 64 gigabytes. And there's even like a Y2K thing. I don't remember too much of what Y2K was. I knew it was the transition from 1999 to 2000. That's about it. Oh man, too many memories. Alright, let's go to sounds and just play that Windows 95 startup tone again. That's nostalgia in itself. Where is it? Where is it? That's old school stuff. Ah, way to go. Way too many memories. Let's see what else we can play for sounds. I don't think you'd have to set up this up. I don't. Yeah, that's. If you wanted that as your exit sound, I guess that's possible. Oh, that's been not a heck of a lot. Oh, that's an old school too. It does have a sound card, so that's pretty cool. ESS audio drive playback. Oh yeah, they don't make them like that anywhere, that's for sure. ESS, ES 1688 is the sound card in this. The graphics card. Huh. Let's go to the BIOS quickly, and not the BIOS, the system settings to see what it says. Here in the device manager, you can see we have for the display adapter an SIS 6205, the hard drive, dial-up adapter. Again, the audio card is the ESS 1688. I couldn't even tell you what kind of graphics, like how much potential this card had. You could play Hoover, which is one of the. Oh, here we go. I remember that sign. Play Hoover, I guess, which is one of those things that come with Windows 95, the disc. I fairly think it loads pretty quick for what it was. This is old school stuff. They don't make them like that, that's for sure. And just to think, guys, I'm playing this on a fully illuminated gaming keyboard and mouse. Now that's not retro, but it still has to show you. Even that works on this thing, and it's old school. I just don't remember. Oh, yeah, go. It's been a minute. Oh, we already got a flag. Oh, there's a flag. Am I blue? Oh, yeah, I got a flag. There you go. Check that out. Oh, man, I remember playing this game. I do play it from time to time on my Windows 10 computer. Nostalgia feels type thing. The idea is to get all the flags and then advance to the next level and just like flag up there and stuff. I won't get into that too much. There's a few other games that came with this game computer. Actually, at some point, I'm going to have the intention to format the Windows 95 on here. That's Hoover. Where did I? Oh, okay. close that. And then here's this game. Just kind of like push the boxes to, oh, I get it. Okay, so you have to do like, you push that. I screwed myself up already over here. Huh, that looks kind of fun. I might want to save that before I format this computer. Okay, well, let's shut her down. So just before we wrap up this video, I just wanted to give you guys a quick tour of the BIOS of this computer to give you guys an idea of what BIOSes used to look like back in the day. And for computer people that knew this very well, things were a lot different back in the day. Oh, why didn't you read the hard drive? That's not cool. First off, I'm gonna disable this because like, these are all the different hard drive, like floppy diskettes. 1.44 millimeter, formerly known as 3.5 inch. There's the 2.8 millimeters, and then none. 36K, 5.25 inch. There's the bigger diskettes. 1.2 meters, and then 720K, 1.4. 1.44 mil is what I was familiar with growing up, and then drive B would have been the bigger one. The way Monday, January 1st, 1996. See if we can zoom in on that. Yeah, that's a throwback right there. Happy New Year's. So the way these older BIOSes used to work is you'd actually have to go to an IDE hard disk drive auto detection to pick up the headers and things of the hard drives. So a bunch of numbers, 17078. I never understood what this meant, to be honest with you. As long as the hard drive was detected, that's all that mattered. So that's the primary, and then if you had any like spares, because you can hook up multiple hard drives, CD-ROM drives in these computers, similar to your SATA ports, you know, your serial ATA ports. But that is more automatic versus now, where back in the day when everything was very manual inputted. But nothing's really changed. You know, you still have your boot sequences, your floppy drive is brought up, your numlock brought things like that. Your chipset features are still here. So, just to give you a look, not a lot has changed. This technology has advanced and become super powerful now compared to back in the day. This will control your PCIs and all that other stuff. I don't think you could overclock an older PC CPU. And even that, I've never overclocked my own. So, if you're a professional at that, awesome sauce. Well, thanks for watching, and stay tuned for what I have planned with this computer, because I am planning on transitioning this case into what they call it these days is a sleeper computer, which means although the case looks extremely old, it's going to house certain more modern parts, which will have Windows 10 and things like that for my entertainment system in my living room. So we have a computer permanently set up, but I felt it would be great to throw a little bit of nostalgia. Essentially, the idea is to remember where things came from, where it all started from. Anyways, thanks for watching.